Yo, what's good boys, it's NinjSZN, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all the best mods for every single control grip. Paddles, claw, non-claw, you name it. And I'm covering both Xbox and PlayStation controllers, so no matter what you're using, I got you. These are some of the most optimal bounds you find on YouTube because they're designed to minimize the amount of times that you have to take your finger off of the right stick for key actions like jumping, building, editing, sprinting, all that. Every bind in the video either comes from top tier control pros or ones that I personally use myself, so let's get straight into it because you already know that intros aren't really my thing. The first binds we're looking at are right hand claw binds for Xbox controllers, but if you play double claw, these will work for you too. Just like in my last video, I'm not about to sit here and tell you where to bind every single action because let's be real, you don't need me to tell you where to put your map or inventory. To keep this video short and to the point, I'm only going to focus on important actions because you didn't click on the video to find out where to bind your squad comms. If you play on any version of claw on an Xbox controller, your jump should be bound to your right stick, sprint goes on X, and reload/interact goes on the right D-pad. This is the most optimal since most Xbox claw players don't play double claw. If you want, you could bind sprint here instead, but let's be real, better movement is way more important than looting and reloading faster. Your pickaxe should be on Y, crouch on A, and switch mode on B. For your reset and confirm binds, which are basically the same across every control grip in this video, RB is your reset, LT is your confirm, and your edit bind should be on your left stick. For PlayStation players that use claw, the binds are going to be pretty similar to Xbox, but with a few key differences. Your jump is still on right stick, sprint goes on square, and reload/interact is bound to circle. Pickaxe is on triangle, crouch is on X, and switch mode is bound to your left stick. But this is where PlayStation players have a huge advantage. Your edit bind should be in your touchpad, and I'm not gonna lie, Sony really did their big one with this because having a touchpad is one of the biggest advantages that PlayStation players have over Xbox. If we're using a 2-paddle control on Xbox, whether it's an Elite, Scuff, Power A, or Astro C40, here's the best setup. Bind your jump to the right paddle, so you never have to take your thumb off the right stick, making your movement and mechanics way smoother. Sprint should be on A, reload/interact on Y, pickaxe on X, and your crouch on your right stick. For switch mode, bind it to your left stick so you can save your second paddle for your edit bind. These two are interchangeable. You could have left stick edit and paddle switch mode instead, but I personally like it this way since I've been using left stick switch mode for years and it just feels natural to me. Either way, use what works best for you. For 2-paddle players on PlayStation, whether you're using a DualSense Edge, Scuff, Rage or Wolverine, or any other pro controller, lock in because this part is for you. Bind your jump to your right paddle so you never have to take your thumb off of the right stick. Sprint should be on your touchpad since having sprint on an easily accessible bind will make your movement 10 times better. Reload goes on triangle, pickaxe on square, crouch stays on right stick, and switch mode is on your left stick. Your second paddle should be your edit bind, but like I said earlier, these two binds are interchangeable. I personally prefer left stick switch mode, and I think a lot of you will too, since constantly pressing on the left stick to edit can get uncomfortable pretty fast. The next bind we're looking at for non-claw, non-paddle players using a standard grip, and if this is you, my condolences, because while I'm sure you're cracked, having optimal binds on this grip is damn near impossible since you're forced to take your thumb off the right stick every 2 seconds. But there are still some binds you can use to minimize the struggle. If you're on Xbox, bind jumps to your right stick so you can keep your thumb on it while jumping. Sprint goes on A, reload/interact on the right D-pad. Not optimal, but what can you do? Pickaxe on B, crouch on X, switch mode on Y, and edit on the left stick. For PlayStation players, jump should also be on your right stick, sprint on X, reload/interact on triangle, pickaxe on circle, crouch on square, switch mode on left stick, and edit using the touchpad. If you're on a standard grip with no paddles or claw, you'll definitely want to have auto confirm edits turned on and set to both to speed up your edits because at this point, you need every little advantage that you can get. The last binds we're looking at in this video are 4 paddle binds, and I actually use 4 paddles myself. If you don't play claw, this is easily the next best way to play since having 4 paddles means that you'll almost never have to take your thumb off the right stick, which leads to super smooth gameplay. For paddles, I recommend binding them to your D-pad along with your important actions because pressing the face buttons is way easier than pressing the D-pad. Bind your top right paddle to jump, sprint to your bottom left paddle, and reload/interact to X. And this will be the only button you'll need to take your finger off the right stick for. Use your left stick for your pickaxe, keep crouch on the right stick, bind switch mode to your top left paddle, and edit to your bottom right paddle. Now I personally use an Xbox Elite controller, so that's why I keep saying top left, bottom right, but if we're using a Scuff or any other controller where the paddles are side by side, just treat the inner paddles as the top ones and the outer paddles as the bottom ones. For PlayStation players using 4 paddles, here's the best setup. Bind your jump to one of your right paddles, sprint to your touchpad, and reload/interact to one of your left paddles. For pickaxe, use your left stick, crouch stays on the right stick, switch mode goes in your other left paddle, and edit should be bound to your other right paddle. All the bonds I've shown in this video are going to be some of the most optimal you'll find on YouTube. They all come from top tier control pros, but good bonds alone won't make you a better player. Your sensitivity matters just as much, and you shouldn't just copy your favorite pro's sense and stick to it like it's law. I actually have a video showing you guys how to find a perfect controller sensitivity, and it's on the screen right now, so go check it out, and I'll see you there.